call this evening. What's your legal question for tonight?
Okay. My question is, my wife was charged with possession of a controlled substance. Can she get her record released?
You kind of break it up, Will. Ask your question one more time so we can hear you.
Okay. My wife was charged with possession. Can she get her record?
Can she get her record expunged?
Reduced?
Or reduced?
Will, was she convicted?
Yes.
She was convicted?
Unfortunately,
Yes.
the conviction, no, not right now. But if she did a diversion type program and she avoided that conviction, then yes, she is eligible for the expungement.
And Brett, you were saying earlier, originally in its original form when the law was first written before it was passed, it did include many of these other things, like if you were convicted of certain crimes. But then by the time we got the finished product, it was
Chopped out
a little bit.
Yeah, and it was. Like I said, it's a start for us, so we're grateful that we do have a start. But yeah, unfortunately, right now it only applies to arrest and not any convictions.
And Brett, you mentioned something I wanted you to talk about for a minute because I think it's so important. And Cedric knows something about this too. His brother's very involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
But you talked about the diversion processes that are in place. Would you tell our viewers a little bit about those diversion processes, why they're important, and why this law matters to those?
Sure. Those type of programs give people a second chance. These are the type of programs that are related to a lot of times alcohol and drug offenses. They're geared also towards mental health and also veterans. I mean, what these programs do are give people basically a second chance. The court gives them some parameters, some classes, some other things to do, and if they do everything they're supposed to do, those cases eventually get dismissed. And if those cases are dismissed through these types of diversion programs, their record can then be erased through this expungement law.
So if I were arrested, say I was a young person, 19, 20 years old, and got arrested for, let's say, marijuana, for instance. We're hearing about that in the news all the time today. Then I could go into drug court, and if I did the right thing and I followed the rules the judge laid down in drug court, then my record could be expunged through this new law.
Absolutely. You'd be a great candidate for the law.
I tell you, that's all the more reason to get in those programs and make them work.
You're absolutely right. A lot of our municipalities have a lot of good diversion programs.